Okay, so we're doing an artist feature today. This one was not sent in as a request by anyone, and I'm kind of annoyed that it wasn't. I don't feel like this guy's page is big enough, to be honest with you. When I see the quality of work, and I see so many imitations of this, like there's a lot of people, and don't get me wrong, I don't think this guy invented this style, but the way he's doing it is really, really fucking sweet. And like I do see a lot of imposters of this now. Like I see a lot of cheaper versions of it.
Like people trying to emulate what's going on here.
So we're doing Massacrov, right? This is the guy's name. Which that's a badass name.
Yeah.
To begin with.
That is a cool name.
This guy actually guest spotted at Alex Rose's shop that was visiting here recently. He did a few episodes on Reacts with us.
Yeah, Alex Rose, he guest shops at our shop and our Kelowna shop quite often.
Yeah, and he's got a shop in London.
Really cool guy.
And this guy, Massacrov, actually guested there, and I was like, you got to meet that guy? And he's like, oh yeah, he's very quiet, hard worker.
I would have gotten a tattoo by him. I mean...
Well, the thing is like, he does do some smaller stuff, but for the most part, it's like, oh yeah, I'll destroy your whole limb with this horrible monster.
This is amazing.
Right? Like, and he does these cover-ups too, right? Like, a lot of the times, these are cover-ups. Like, a lot of times, this shit just engulfs whatever else is beneath it.
Oh my
There's one in here, this tattoo here. So it's not a bad tattoo, right?
Yeah.
It's really not a bad tattoo. Cool. It's in there. But now it's this thing.
And you can't even see what was originally there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, but like he does that all the time. I just found one example of.
I love these like demons and stuff, like these like crazy red eyes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's the contrast with the red and the black, and the white highlights and everything. Like this is insane.
My thing is like, we don't. Again, I'm gonna harp on this a little bit, but for some reason we don't see that as black and white on black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
all
of course it is.
Are that to some degree.
You just, well, your canvas is black, and then you add on top of it. It's an art trick that we've all, if you've taken art classes, you've totally done. I
don't know why people don't make those associations whenever there are cover-ups, because it's done all the time, and yet somehow they think that white on black, when it's like on a blackout tattoo, is so much different than that.
I don't know.
This motherfucker just went, haha, cool tattoo. I'm going to make another one.
Yeah, I'm going to run it over and make it better.
Let's assume this one doesn't exist. I don't even know if it's make it better in this case. This is a little bit like me, where it's like, it was cool before, but they had to change it.
But now it's cooler.
Right. I like it more now, but that's a cool tattoo that they covered. That just goes to show you, you're not always covering things you hate. But like, man, the dimension you get with all this black and white, this is like horror bioorganic.
I feel like any of this stuff would live really well on your body. Yeah,
well, if I started from scratch and I could go to any one artist in the world and just work with them, this would be the thing for me.
Oh yeah.
Probably forever. Like, this stuff wasn't always being done. I started getting tattooed way before this was out there.
Oh yeah.
Not to say that I regret anything I've done, but my third layer, especially my torso and my left arm, is a lot like, it has bioorganic influence, right? But obviously it's done over black completely, and it's more subtle, right? Yeah. We're not going to get this.
Not to this extreme.
Maybe not to this extreme, no matter how many passes I do, because this is a lot of good highlighting and a lot of use of negative space. And as I've always said, you're never going to get anything brighter than negative space.
He uses the flesh really, really well. Like, the skin tones are really well used.
Just such an amazing understanding of the human body and flow, too.
Oh, yeah. The way he's fitting these giant pieces on these bodies is really smart. I really like it. Oh, this face one is so cool.
The head stuff that he does, like, when people go in for a head tattoo with this guy, and they leave basically as a demon.
Yeah, he's
got
what I mean? Horns and eyes and teeth, and holy shit, like that is just scary.
Yeah, this is one of the few artists in the world that I would consider traveling to see.
And like,
I don't really think about that, because I feel like most people, like, if you have a good tattoo artist, they can, for the most part, they can do like a similar trick. Like, they can do it well enough to to meet the challenge, you know, if they're a competent artist. But like this guy has a very, very high competency in making these crazy evil.
Well, he's looked at a lot of animals.
Oh,
like
man.
you can tell that he has looked at a lot of references of animals. He has a really good understanding of the anatomy of like all these little claws and how they would sit in the flesh and how the light would hit them. His light sources are great. Like he just knows.
So like this manages to be gruesome as fuck, but also somehow like classy and aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this doesn't seem like a job stopper to me. This isn't nearly as repulsive even as that little spider web on Buddy's jawline. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it has an elegance to it. I'm not trying to beat that guy to death with a shovel, but like this stuff just looks so. It's dramatic, but it's also done so well that like you have to respect the hustle here. You know.
The only thing I'm a little bummed about is I'm not seeing. I mean, I'm assuming a lot of these are still pretty fresh.
I've seen his work outside. I've seen some
public.
of it on his stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And it looks. Obviously, it's not as shiny.
Of course.
Some things are a little bit less crisp, but it all does look this way.
Ah, the pentagram, though.
Yeah, though there's something to love for everyone here.
Yeah.
This style's really adaptive, but like.
And I also, you just went to, they're not going to be in the same order we're looking at them. I know that, but you just went to one that has green instead of red.
Yeah, the green works really great too.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know, like. It's the same with Alex Rose. Red is his color. Every tattoo I've seen by him has a lot of that solid red.
When I suggested that he do blue in a tattoo, and he's like, "Oh, I hate blue."
But I feel like this guy's probably the same way. This person was probably like, "Let's do green," and he was probably like,
"Oh, he's got some green ones."
The green is badass.
Yeah, the green is really cool. Like if you close up on that, you can see all the.
Well, there's yellows and there's so many different colors of green in there, and it really works like with this person's skin tone too, right? Like they have like an olivey base.
Well, with bioorganic work of any kind, you're looking at the shape of the body and the skin tone and everything, right? So like that informs all of your decisions.
I just love all the like little like shiny skin bits, and this just reminds me of something that would like live in the upside down or the underdark or whatever you want to call it, right?
I've seen some big scale stuff for sure, like full torsos and stuff. But what I would like to see, and I haven't seen, is a full body.
Oh, like a full body suit by him?
Yeah, one concept.
Oh, wicked. Yeah,
but like this one is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I really like this, the bottom part where he's used the red in the flesh to make this whole new kind of like fiery color. I don't know,
you can
it's really
see,
cool. Like,
I've always been into this stuff because this looks like a version of what I have.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I've had people tag me in work like this before, and there's another tattooer named Ark's Tattoo. That guy actually blocked my page because he got sick of people saying he ripped off my bodysuit.
Oh, no.
But like, I don't think of it that way. Like, my stuff wasn't done to this degree.
No.
Like, it wasn't done with this level of planning, right? Now what I'm doing is, you could argue that it has been, but especially originally, like, this wasn't a thing back then. And I don't think we even knew that we could do these things.
If it was a thing, it was really niche, and we weren't seeing a lot of it because it wasn't presented on social media.
Well, what I think is, like, it's always, like, tattooing is coming along more and more.
Oh, for sure. I agree with that.
Right?
I think a lot of people are plugging a lot more white into work than they ever have before.
Nobody trusted white. They still don't trust white. Like, expert tattooers don't trust white still. It's like... And then you have people like this just quietly hammering shit like this out. And it's like, there's fucking white all over this. What the fuck are we talking about?
I mean, my understanding, and I could be wrong, but my understanding of the ink that we're using today is it's leagues better than the ink that they were even using 10 years ago, right?
It's always getting better, for sure.
So, I mean...
it's getting safer, stronger, longer lasting.
Right? I feel like the vibrancy of some of these colors is insane.
That looks like it was this face tattoo on this girl looks like we just put a picture on
like
her.
it was photoshopped.
Yeah,
right?
It looks like Photoshop, but it's not. I've seen the video of this too. And it's all real.
That's his biggest trick that makes these so good is his use of light and his use of white to create those textures.
Yeah. Without light source, all of this stuff would look pretty bad.
It's so well done. And the creation, it's the textures and all of the like little pock marks and flesh of these beasties is like beautifully done. Also,
though, like when you know how to do this style too, I'm sure it doesn't even take him that long.
Oh, probably not.
Because he's using big detail. Like he's not getting bogged down in places. Like the span of one of these teeth, when you close up, isn't going to be that much. You know what I mean?
These teeth are a lot of flesh, right?
Yeah.
And it's a lot of like use of like that negative space, and then some smart tricks to really make them pop, right? Like he's just a really solid artist.
But you know, you can see in these sparser ones there probably weren't cover-ups, but his work naturally involves so much black and red that it's very, very easy to cover up something and not make it look like it was. Like this fits in with all of his other tattoos.
But it's a cover-up.
Even though it's a cover-up, because his work is just naturally dark. So it just makes for good cover. Like in this torso piece, which is probably my favorite one, you could be hiding almost a full bodysuit underneath of this.
I think that's why this is like a standout of this kind of bio look for me, because he puts in so much black, and a lot of the ones that I've seen have used a lot of gray and like washiness.
Oh yeah.
And he's not afraid of the black, and I think it really in the white, I think it really makes crazy contrast that really makes it stand out.
Yeah, contrast is everything in tattooing, and this guy understands that very, very well. And just the little pops of red all over the place get to show off because of how much black there is around them. This guy here with this awesome torso, guaranteed that other arm is getting engulfed by more of his work.
Oh, probably.
Like that's going to get eaten up.
It looks like it was a pretty cool little arm anyways.
Yeah, but he's on to bigger, better things now.
Yeah, why would you stop there?
Yeah, I would like to see this work with a full face tattoo too.
Oh man. Like
imagine him just running over someone's face.
I feel like the costume designers who are doing Stranger Things need to come and talk to this guy.
Yeah, this is definitely high level demonic twisted stuff.
Oh, this is like Geiger level, you know.
Oh, it's on that level, but just different, right? But yeah, no, this is one of my favorite artists right now, and like whenever I see a new tattoo by them, I'm always like, man, if I had another body. Right, and all the time in the world.
Right, and
I would be on
money
that.
To be wherever he is.
I don't care about the money part of it. The money's whatever.
Time to
time
be
and more bodies. I need another fucking body or two, because I want a Japanese bodysuit too. So, but
Jeremy would change his skin like he would change clothes.
Oh, if I could just go into my closet and just pull out a different outfit every day, like a different tattoo suit every day, that'd be fucking lovely.
It would be amazing.
There's just so many cool styles, but this is top of the heap for me right now. Just not any one of them in particular necessarily, but just the range.
You love them all. Yeah.
Right? Like, all of this is just so fucking cool.
I bet you he would do a badass Witch King.
Oh, well, yeah, he'd do this version of anything would be cool, I think.